Hello students, I am Professor Shyam Fulpagare welcomes you in another video lecture. Okay, so in previous lecture we start the chapter simple stress and strain, in which we will discuss the definition of equilibrium, okay, then definition of deformable body and rigid body, okay, then load and its type. Okay na? So in this lecture we will start from the stress. Okay, so stress, sometime there is a question asked in exam, define stress and strain, or define stress and write down the types of stress. Okay na? So in that case you have to write down the definition of the stress. Okay, so stress is having very simple definition. Okay, so it is defined as ratio of internal resisting force per unit area is known as the stress. Okay, so remember here is the internal resisting force. Okay na? So what is the meaning of internal resisting force? Okay, suppose when we applied the force on a body, okay, suppose this is your body, okay, this body is having length L, okay, and the rectangular cross section having width W and thickness T. Okay, so when force is applied, okay na, so in this case I am applying axial and tensile load. Okay na, the direction of load is away from the body, so axial tensile load. Okay, so what happens, this load is try to change the shape of this body. Okay, and when this load is applied, there is a force which is generated inside this body which resists or opposes to this external force. Okay, when the external force is greater than the force which is generated in this body, then deformation of this body will take place. Okay, so the force which is generated in this body is depending on this external force. Okay, so we consider this internal resisting force as a external force applied on the body. Okay, so we will get another definition. Okay, so it is ratio of external force applied on the body to the area on which external load is applied is known as the stress. Okay, so now in this case, okay na, so this is body which is having many areas. Okay na, so in this case there are 6 areas. Okay na, so area 1, area 2 and 4 areas around this body. Okay na, 1, 2, back side 3 and downward 4. Okay, 4 and 2, 6. Okay, but I am applying the load on this particular area here. Okay, so this particular area is there. Okay na, so where load is applied. So what is the stress? It is the load upon the area. Okay, so I have to consider this area or this area. Okay, so both these area are equal and load is here. Okay na, so what is the formula? Stress is equal to load upon area. Okay, so this is load P and this area. Okay na, so how this area is calculated? It is a rectangle, width multiplied by thickness. So this is the stress which is denoted by letter sigma. Okay, and force upon the area. Okay, so area is W into T. Okay, okay, and unit for stress is, as we know, it is the ratio of load upon area. So load is calculated in Newton, or you can say kilonewton, and area, unit for area is meter square or mm square. Okay na, so Newton per meter square, Newton per mm square, these are the different units for the stress. Okay, suppose I am taking here another example for the stress. Okay, so here is I consider a rod. Okay na, so this is the rod which is having length L and this is the diameter of the rod. Okay na, so this rod is having diameter D. Okay, so now in this case stress is calculated as load upon area, so P upon A. But what is the area in this case? Okay, so as the surface area on which the load is applied is a circular one, and the formula for this area is pi by 4 d square. Okay, so in this case we will get the equation formula sigma stress. Sigma is equal to load P upon area pi by 4 d square, where d is the diameter of the rod. Okay na? So this area or either this area, both are the equal. Okay. So our next topic is types of stress. Okay na? So first type of stress is the axial stress. Okay. So as we know, stress, it is the ratio of external load upon the area. Okay. So when the load is axial, okay, so when the load is passing through the axis of the body, such type of load is axial load. Okay, and axial stress is defined as axial load upon the area. Okay, so it is due to the axial load, defined as ratio of axial load to the area. Okay na? So this axial stress is also having two types. As we know, axial load is having two types: tensile load, compressive load. Then axial stress is also classified in two types: tensile axial stress and compressive axial stress. Okay, so what happen in case of tensile stress? Okay, so it is the ratio of tensile load to the area. Okay, it is defined as ratio of tensile load, or you can say pull load, to the cross sectional area. So such type of stress is known as the tensile stress. Okay, so I am taking here one example. Okay, this is the rod having length L and diameter D. Okay, so this load is the axial tensile load. Okay, so stress is load P upon area. So area is here pi by 4 d square. So tensile stress is equal to tensile load upon area, and I am writing here tensile stress as sigma T. Okay, so this is tensile load PT upon the area. Okay, and suppose in case of compressive stress, okay, I am taking same example here, but the load in this case applied is the compressive. Okay, so this is your compressive axial load, as the direction of this load is towards the body. Okay, so in this case, what is the definition? Okay, so it is compressive load to the area. Okay, so compressive load upon area. Now in this case, compressive load is PC. Okay, and area is A. Okay, so area is pi by 4 d square here. Okay, so these are the two types of axial stress. Okay, then next type of stress is the shear stress. Okay, the shear stress is denoted by letter Q, small q, or tau letter is here. It is defined as shear load, okay, to the cross sectional area. Okay na? So shear load, I am considering here one example. Okay, so this is rivet, okay, which is used as a fastening for two component. Okay, so this rivet is having diameter D. Okay, and I am taking two plates here. So this is plate number 1, this is plate number 2. I am making the holes to the both the plates. Okay na? And I have to join these two plates by using the rivet. Okay, so if I am looking in this direction, so I will just see these thicknesses over here. So I draw these two. Okay, so this is plate number 1, plate number 2. Okay, so when I am inserting this rivet in these two plate, okay, and hammering over here, so these two plate now get riveted. Okay, so these are two connected by this rivet. Okay, so and when force is applied on plate number 1 and plate number 2, remember here these two forces are the parallel one. Okay na? And effect of this, what happen? Suppose if force is applied, then this rivet will break over here. Okay, so here rivet will break, and we will get the diagram like this. Okay, so as the rivet is getting here failed, okay na, so for the rivet we will get this diameter. These are the two diagrams. Okay na? Okay, so rivet will break in this way. Okay, and this is the diameter of rivet. Okay, D. Then this area will be, it will be pi by 4 d square, where d is the diameter of rivet. Okay, so now in case of shear stress, okay na, so we know for the shear failure or for the shear load, the loads are parallel. Okay na, so line of action of load, this and this, both are the parallel to each other. Okay, so in that case shear stress is load upon area. Okay, so load is here, this is shear load, and area pi by 4d square, where d is the diameter of the rivet. Okay, so and consider, okay, remember in this case, okay, suppose I am considering this load and this particular area, so in that case the stress will be tensile. Okay, stress will be tensile, which is having load P upon this area. Suppose this is the width, okay, and this will be the thickness, then in that case stress will be sigma T, load P upon area W into T. Okay, but when we consider these two load, okay, in this case, okay, when these two loads are parallel, this rivet will be shear off. Okay, so in case of rivet, there will be the shear stress. Okay, so up to this we'll ask in exam on these two topics. Okay na, so when the question will ask in this way, okay, define stress and write down the types of stress, so in that case you have to define the stress, okay, and write down the types: axial stress, shear stress, okay, etc. So in next lecture we will discuss remaining types of stress. Okay, so until then, stay safe, take care, stay home. Okay, thank you.